From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update.
Hi, this is Hannah Mordeau, and this is your News 8 Daily for Wednesday, May 14th. It is Pacers and Racers season, and it is a soggy start outside. We have some ponding problems on the roads this morning. More spotty showers and thunderstorms possible throughout the day today. High temps will climb close to 80 degrees as well.
2 years in a row, they called him overrated. Never call him overrated again.
Tyrese Halliburton is him and proves it again. His most impressive play of the night was a block drive, strong slashing layup, plus a foul. A 4-point play in the fourth helps cap another Pacers comeback and sends the Cavaliers packing. Next up, a trip to the Eastern Conference Finals. News 8's Andrew Chernoff caught up with the team after last night's victory.
Good morning from Cleveland, Ohio. What a night it was here inside Rocket Arena last night as the Indiana Pacers beat the Cleveland Cavaliers 114-105 to punch their tickets to their second straight Eastern Conference Finals. Everyone stepped up for the blue and gold last night, especially Tyrese Halliburton, who scored a team-high 31 points in the victory. With the win, Indiana beats the Cavs in 5 games to move on to the conference finals for the 10th time in franchise history. And as you might expect, a lot of cheers, a lot of hugs, a lot of celebrating last night by the blue and gold.
We're talking about 8 more wins for an NBA championship. The league is wide open this year. I mean, there are a lot of great teams, but it's wide open, and we've just got to keep believing. We got a great group of guys.
It's special, man. This group is special. I don't take this for granted. It's a lot of fun, and winning is fun. So, we just want to continue to do what we're doing and just take this a day at a time. Enjoy this one tonight, but, be ready for whoever's next.
You can never take it for granted, and for me, it's just like we have a great opportunity. Last year, like we literally were with our last year, and, when we got in the summer, we talked about getting better. This is the opportunity now to get better. Show that we took a step, and that's the mentality that we have going into the next games. Is we have a real opportunity, and we can't take it for granted. I can't stress it enough.
We're a resilient group. We've been in that position hundreds of times now. We know how to handle 4-quarter runs. We know how to come back from behind. I think we're just built for the moment, to be quite frank with you. So we can continue doing that.
Aaron Nesmith, a huge game last night, 13 points, 13 rebounds. I also caught up with him in the locker room and asked him when he thought this team was capable of getting back to the Eastern Conference Finals. He told me as soon as they lost to the Celtics in last year's conference finals. Up next for the blue and gold, either the New York Knicks or the Boston Celtics. The Knicks lead that series 3-1 and can wrap things up later tonight. In Cleveland, I'm Andrew Chernoff, Wish TV and WishTV.com.
Pacers fans are pumped, too, after that win on the road. Many watched and celebrated in downtown Indianapolis. News 8's Hernan Gutierrez went to Gainbridge Fieldhouse this morning, and people are already talking about who's up next.
Even though the team still doesn't know who they're playing in the next round, Pacers fans had some clear messages for our cameras downtown. More on that in a little bit. We caught up with some of those fans last night outside of the Pacers official watch party downtown. That was at the Brothers Bar and Grill here around the arena. Fans were also pumped up about Pacers star Tyrese Halliburton's after his performance in Cleveland last night. They were loud in the streets after the game ended, and some of them let us know which team they would like to see the Pacers take on in the conference finals.
We want the Knicks. That's who we want.
All of them. We
want
the Knicks
New
today,
York
tomorrow, the next
right
day.
now.
See
hey, they got the
Pacers in 5.
Hey, they got the number 1 seed way wrong. They screwed that up, and we're proving it. Let's go Pacers, baby. Come on.
As Andrew mentioned just a moment ago, those fans will have to wait for the Celtics-Knicks series to wrap up to find out the team's next opponent. With a win tonight in Boston, the Knicks could set up a rematch of last year's second round in the playoffs, where, of course, the Pacers ended up on top there. Now, Something to note, the NBA's website says that the Game 3 of the conference finals will be on the very same day as the Indianapolis 500. So definitely an exciting day ahead here in Indianapolis. Reporting downtown, I'm Hernan Gutierrez for Wish TV and WishTV.com.
Hot laps are back at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway today if the weather allows it. Schedule as it stands. Refresher tests from 10 until noon. Then from noon until 6, the track is open to all cars and drivers. Gates open at 10 this morning. Tickets are $25 and parking is free. Penske teammates Will Power and Joseph Newgarden were the two quickest drivers in a weather-shortened day one. Cars got some laps in yesterday despite the rain and an early end to the day because of lightning. News 8's Angela Morian was at the track and talked to the drivers on opening day.
The sounds of May are back at the track. Weather might have delayed day one of practice, but it didn't dampen the excitement.
This place in May is amazing. I've never been to a city like it where it really, they get behind their sport. Whether it's the Pacers, whether it's the Colts, or the Indy 500. It's a really special place to be around when you're a part of the show, and I'm excited for the month.
I'm excited to be here. I'm excited because with our team, I think we've got new life to us after the offseason. I feel like we should be much, much stronger here in the month of May. So let's see what happens.
Speaking of being strong in May, Joseph Newgarden is trying to become the first driver ever to go back to back to back.
It's more fun being here. When you win a couple Indy 500s, it's enjoyable to be here. You don't have there's the pressure still. You want to win the race, but you've kind of already done it. And I mean that very respectfully. It's a hard race to win, and you feel more at ease when you're able to win at this place, and you get to enjoy it a little bit more.
Newgarden isn't the only driver trying to make history. Helio Castroneves, ever the fan favorite, continues his drive for 5 as he attempts to become the first driver ever to win 5 Indy 500s. He is one of many experienced drivers who are back because they just can't get enough of this track.
History is something that it's nobody able to, everybody will remember. So for me, it's about do something that nobody ever did, right? And I feel that the fans and the people that really enjoy this place want to see that, want to be part of it, actually. So I would like to give that to them.
Will it be history, or could it be a brand new champion? The countdown continues to the 109th Indianapolis 500. Angela Morian, Wish TV, and WishTV.com.
New on Daybreak, the former men's basketball coach at IU Indianapolis is denying allegations that he mistreated players. The university fired Paul Cassaro yesterday after just one season where he led the Jaguars to their first double-digit win total in 6 years. The university issued a statement saying Cassaro's behavior did not meet the university's values and standards regarding the treatment of student athletes. Cassaro posted about the firing on X, calling it deeply disheartening. He said, in part, I vehemently deny the alleged mistreatment of student athletes, and I will vigorously defend the reputation I have worked tirelessly to build. He also says that he plans to file an appeal, and he says that he has the right to do so under his contract. The National Weather Service confirms that a landspout tornado touched down yesterday in Randolph County near farmland. Caleb Stevenson of Muncie sent us video of it. You can see it on WishTV.com. Happened just before 6 last night. Marcus Bailey explains that landspouts look startling, but are typically not that strong.
They rarely touch the ground. If they do minimal damage. Now, that said, it does actually count in the record books as a tornado. Yeah, so let me kind of walk you through this here a little bit and exactly where it was. Again, this is in the eastern part of the state. There's farmland. There's Winchester. That's western parts of Randolph County. And it'll go down as an EFU, an unrated landspout tornado there. What's the difference? I just mentioned to Hannah. An actual tornado comes from what we call a mesocyclone. The storm itself is spinning, and that's the connection, the tornado to the ground. A landspout doesn't have that connection. You don't have a rotating thunderstorm, but you have basically two intersecting boundaries that if you think about, if you're in a pool and you move your arms around a little bit, you might get a quick little spin up like that. Same thing, all right? And they don't usually last long. In fact, what usually kills off the circulation is rain falling. That will cut off the circulation pretty quickly. But now the numbers continue to climb. We are now up to 47 total tornadoes here in Indiana. By the way, the average for an entire year is supposed to be around 22. So we're already well past that, and we still have a long way to go in terms of the warm season here, the tornado season in central Indiana.
More people are weighing in on the revamp of a major local interchange, and there's still time to offer your opinion. INDOT held a public hearing yesterday to get feedback on the Level Up 31 project. It's the overhaul of the 465 Meridian Street interchange on the north side. Planners say that the work will make traffic flow more efficiently. The project is right along the Marion-Hamilton County line.
I think the plans are good. I'm not really excited about the stoplight. As a Carmel person, I'm very much used to roundabouts and free-flowing.
INDOT says it is still accepting more feedback on the project through its customer service channels. The company says it no longer plans to build a data center in Hancock County near Tuttle Orchards. The County Planning Commission says Surge Development withdrew its application to rezone 700 acres in Buck Creek Township, and the rezoning meeting scheduled for later this month is now canceled. Company released a statement thanking the community for its feedback. Tuttle Orchards and others in the community had criticized the proposal, saying it could impact water and other natural resources in that area. State technology officials are warning you to watch out for phishing emails that may be in your inbox. The scams look like an email urging you to pay tolls and avoid late fees and then tell you to click on a link. Our newsroom received dozens of them. The Indiana Office of Technology says a former contractor was hacked and that the state will never send unpaid toll notifications by email or text. Butler computer science professor says there are ways to protect yourself from scams.
Watch who you're getting stuff from. And usually, like, you don't answer on unidentified phone calls, don't respond to an unsolicited email.
The state technology office says it's working to stop the communications from the compromised account. Google says it's rolling out a new update to combat those text scams. In the latest update that hit most Android phones yesterday, Google Messages now detects scam texts. Google says the update is able to spot fraud texts like unpaid toll messages and fraud texts about crypto, tech support, and fake gift cards. Now let's get to Jane King with your business headlines. She starts with egg prices.
April inflation report shows the average price for a dozen grade A eggs fell more than 12% last month to $5.12. Now, back in March, U.S. egg prices were a record $6.23 a dozen. That was right around Easter season. The Consumer Price Index actually shows prices for groceries overall are going down. So some other items that are getting cheaper include oranges, frozen fruits and vegetables, and rice. Well, your next iPhone, though, could cost more, and you can't blame tariffs. Sources told the Wall Street Journal Apple's considering price hikes for its fall lineup to protect its margins as it adds new features and design changes. Longtime Apple analyst Gene Munster predicts a 5% price hike, but says that won't be enough to deter iPhone diehards from buying the latest handset. Now, if you feel like you're drowning in debt, you're not alone. The New York Fed says total household debt increased by $167 billion in the first quarter to more than $18 trillion. Student loan debt was a big part of that, and missed student loan payments did not appear on credit reports from 2022 to 24, but now that is over, and the delinquency rate for student loan balances is on the rise. The Department of Education estimates roughly 5.3 million borrowers are in default on their student loans. Well, Social Security cost of living adjustments could be a lot smaller next year. Now, it doesn't get calculated until October, but inflation has slowed considerably. Experts say two developing factors, though, that could change that: tariffs and prescription drug prices. Now, with yesterday's close, the S&P 500 turned positive for the year. The Dow was down as United Health CEO abruptly left. That sent that stock down and took the Dow with it. Today, quiet, just steady for the start. Live from the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Jane King. Back to you.
President Trump is visiting Qatar today as part of his trip through the Middle East. This morning, he talked to the leader of Syria, Ahmad al-Sharaa. He's a former insurgent leader who rose to power after spending years in prison. Qatar is offering to give the president and the Defense Department a Boeing 747 to use as Air Force One. Trump has indicated he may accept. Some other Republican leaders say they're concerned about the legality and security of such a gift.
I think the president would agree that we've got to do a careful check for security concerns.
Trump argues that the jet is free, but experts say converting it could cost millions of dollars. A decision from the commissioner of Major League Baseball could put Pete Rose and several other great but disgraced players into the Hall of Fame. Commissioner Rob Manfred now says lifetime bans end with death. Rose died last year, still banned for betting on games. That ban is over. He's now eligible for the Hall. Other notable names no longer banned, the members of the 1919 Chicago White Sox. Baseball banned Shoeless Joe Jackson and 7 of his teammates for throwing or intentionally losing the World Series, a claim that has long been disputed for several of them. This has been your News 8 Daily from Wish TV. I'm Hannah Mordeau. Watch us on Wish TV and wishtv.com.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update on demand. For even more, on demand and on the go, connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening, and be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.